How's it going, guys? So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing one of my classic things, which is a quick, easy sci-fi environment for you beginners. It's really easy. Let's get into how to create this. Just a heads up, if you do want to get the project file for this tutorial, it is in the description for $1. Everybody on Patreon, you'll be getting that on all 3 tiers. If you don't know about the Patreon, you get 10 procedural materials a month, exclusive tutorials, speed art videos, breakdowns of my client work, and a lot of other stuff. You can go check that out in the description. So we're going to be in Blender here. I'm going to be rendering this in cycles, but don't worry, for you Eevee users, you can follow along. Everything works just the same in Eevee except for the glass orb. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I'm gonna hit Shift A and we're gonna go to get a plane. I'm gonna hit S8, enter, and we're gonna hit Tab to go to edit mode. We're gonna subdivide it 100 times. All right, so we're gonna do that there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this guy down a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead, add a modifier, displacement. First off, Control A and apply the scale. That's very important. Click New, click that little button there. We're gonna go here to distorted noise. And we're going to bring that sized up to, say, 3 for now. Maybe, we'll keep it at 3. And then we need to click Colors, and we're going to bring this contrast back so that there's no flat planes. Everything is a nice looking, almost cloth looking scene. Oops, brought that contrast a little bit too far. So something like this. And then now we have that going on. I'm going to go ahead and add in a subdivision surface modifier. And I'm just going to hit that button to go up. And then I'm going to click the viewport of 2 and shade smooth. So now we have this nice section going on. I'm going to bring the scale down just a little bit. And then this guy's going to be here. So I'm going to bring it down some more. And I'm going to duplicate him and bring him up. And then I'm going to actually go to the, looks like the Y rotation, and give it 180 degrees. So now we have this fun thing going on. I'm going to go ahead on the tilde key, which is right above the tab key for me. I'm going to hit front, hit my camera, do that. So now I'm going to bring him right here to the middle and then bring him back. And then I'm going to hit R just once to rotate him in this way. And then now we have that. I'm going to click on the little green camera icon and bring my camera pretty wide. And then just bring my camera up a little bit. So now we have this. I'm going to go back over here and make sure I'm in the Cycles render engine or whatever engine you like to use. Let's start shading these guys. So we'll go here to the shading tab. I hit 0. I'm going to click New. Make sure your base color is pretty dark, because once we start adding that area light over there, it's going to want to be pretty dark so we can get better reflections. And then I'm going to click this guy up here and add in that same material so both things are happening. Okay, so let's get a color ramp. And we'll get that over there. We need to mess with the bump. So we'll get a bump node right here, plug the normal into the normal, and then we'll plug the color into the height. And then we'll get a noise texture right here. If you have the Node Wrangler add-on enabled, hit Control T. Comes with Blender by default. You get a mapping and a texture coordinate. Plug the object into the mapping, the factor into the color. So now we get this. I'm going to bring the detail all the way to 16, bring my distortion up until we get some really weird swirls, and then I'm going to bring my scale to be pretty small so we get this very alien looking landscape situation. Now, we need to play with the roughness. It's all just one thing, all the lights reflecting the same way on the entire thing. I'm not a big fan of that. First, I am going to bring down the strength of this to be maybe like that. We'll see once, we'll probably change that once we get the light going. So let's go ahead. I'm going to duplicate this color ramp or just add in a new one. Roughness, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this noise texture and duplicate him and then add the mapping node to the vector. The reason I'm doing that is I'm going to plug the factor here, and you might say, why don't we just use this guy on that factor? Well, if I bring in my color ramp, I don't like the way this roughness is behaving, and that's because of the detail. So I'm going to bring my detail down to something like 3, and then I'll bring this roughness up, and I'll bring this toward here. And what it does is it gives us a more globular looking roughness here, and the detail doesn't really get us that. So it stays, everything stays the same in terms of the shape, just the detail's different, and that's really important for the roughness that I'm trying to achieve for this render. So everything's done here. I'm going to go ahead and get an object, which is a cube, and scale him really big. Control A, apply the scale, and we're going to add a new material. We are going to delete the principled and add a volume, VOL, volume, principled volume, and we're going to add the volume to the volume, and we're going to bring the density to 0.1 right now. So now we have everything going on. Let's go ahead and add in an area light. We'll plug this area light, make sure he's at the top, and I'm going to bring him all the way to the end here. I just went to wireframe view, and I'm going to make him pretty small, so something like that. So now we have this going on. I'm going to hit render here in cycles and see how it looks. Very small. I'm going to give my brightness about 10,000. Now we're cooking. Looks super, super cool. I'm going to give him a blue tint and bring him over here so we can kind of utilize that rule of thirds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this area light, shift D and duplicate it. I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to rotate it to be pointing this direction. So by hitting R, I'm going to hit rendered, and to add some interest, some off-screen interest, which is something that always looks cool in a render, I'm going to make him a nice fiery red. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to hit F3, type in set render region, and then render region, I'm going to do that. So now it only renders the square, but I really did that so I can see how the render looks with this red thing off screen, really making this look super, super cool. And I'm going to leave that there. Now we're going to add in some objects, something that'll look really cool for me when I was designing this, and it ended up being a glass orb, which is always very, very sci-fi looking. So I'm going to add in an icosphere, and I'm going to subdivide him, just like that, or you can just add in a subdivision surface modifier. And I'm going to bring him right back here, right in front of my area light. And then I'll just bring it like this, scale him up. And we're going to do that. We're going to add in a glass material. So we're going to make it no roughness and transmission. And now we have the glass orb, but it's not behaving like I want it. I want to mess with the roughness on the glass so it does, you can kind of see through it better. So I'm going to go here to shading. I'm going to hit the period key now that I'm centered here on the guy, and we're going to add in some roughness here. So COL for color ramp. I'm going to plug that into the roughness. We're going to get a noise texture. And then hitting Control T to add that mapping and that texture coordinate node, and using the object coordinate, noise texture. And then we're going to bring this black portion in, maybe bring up the distortion some, definitely bring up that detail, and then bring up that. I'm going to hit rendered, and I'm going to see how that's looking. So it looks a lot better. I'm already liking it. What I want to do is make this area light a lot brighter so it interacts with this glass orb and the surrounding areas much better. So instead of a 1, we're going to give it 2, so maybe 20,000 makes that a lot brighter. And then I think this ground plane can be a little bit brighter as well, just to make these reflections easier to see, easier to look at. And yeah, so far we have a really cool scene. I think it's just not rough, glossy enough. So I'm going to go back to my shading here on the plane, and I'm going to make it more glossy by bringing this black portion in, more shiny and all that stuff, and then bringing that back, and we'll see how that looks. What I want it to do is to really reflect this ground a good bit better within this scene, getting this really cool orb, but then I'm going to bring some of that roughness in some more. So now we have our glass orb. I think we can make the volume a little less thick, so we'll give it 0.06, and that's probably a little bit better for our scene. It's starting to look cool, and I think the area light with the red is too bright, so we'll give it 5,000. So now we're working with something that looks really, really cool. One thing I'm going to do is increase the strength of the displacement on the one here on the ground. So we'll do that, and then maybe we'll get that size to be maybe 4. How is that looking? All right, now it's starting to look like I want it to look. So more pronounced here. Kind of want to play with the rotation here to get a better look. So the light is reflecting in a really cool path, kind of like this right here. So I'm really liking how this is looking. It's very noisy, it's very muddy, but don't worry, we are going to solve that. Once it renders, it'll look much better. Now what I'm going to do is get a character for my scene, so I'm going to pull up Mixamo. So if you go to mixamo.com, M-I-X-A-M-O, this is a really cool product by Adobe that's completely free. You don't need to pay. You just make a free account here, and we'll go and click on characters. So you have a lot of characters to pick from. I've chosen this guy, and we're going to go over here to animations, and I'm going to pick a animation. So I'm going to type in walking, just walk, and I'm going to pick just this walking cycle right here, just casually walking. That's all we need. And then I'm going to press download and keep the default settings here, FBX 30 frames a second with skin, and download it. All right, so we're back here in Blender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Import, and we'll go here to FBX right there. Go to my desktop, walking, and he's going to show up right over there. And I'm going to keep him in this section. You're going to want to click on the armature in order to actually play with the size of the character. And we'll do that. Make sure his feet are on the ground. Get him that way. Scale him down. And when I press render, you should be able to see the silhouette of your character walking toward the orb, which is creating a really cool sort of emphasis looking at your orb, which is sort of the goal to make things look more interesting. I'm going to bring my camera a little bit closer to the action, something like this, and we're going to check out the render here. It looks really cool. I love the materials. I love how everything's going in. It's super noisy. In this case, because it is a very high contrast render, you are going to want to go with a very high sample count. So right over here, I'm going to give my render about 800 samples. Very, very heavy. But we're not really going to go super, super technical in terms of getting this rendered. I'm using a GPU. I would recommend, if you have a GPU, using the GPU compute settings. And then I'm not going to denoise this because I do want to have a little bit of noise in my render to give it a little bit more that gritty look. So I'm going to render this now, and you're going to see how it looks rendered. All right, so this is what the finished render looks like. You can see really cool how this glass is really warping everything and doing all that stuff, which really makes this super weird, super cool looking. You have this nice interest with this red going on, nice little slight blue color, everything coming together really nicely with these crazy swirls and these nice geometry. So that's how you do it. Thank you guys for watching.